Okay. Yes. So I hope you can see me and hear me. So very warm evening to all of you. Fantastic evening. It's been rainy all day, but I love it. Okay. So I like this type of moist environment. Okay. So rainy season. But anyways, okay. So good evening all. Okay. Fantastic evening to everyone. And I have received so many messages. So let's just start by going through your messages, and then I have something to show. We'll see the organism of the day, and then we'll start the class soon. Okay. So Yeshwant says good evening. Yes, Yeshwant, Kanishk, Shravana, then Srinidhi ma'am, Sneha, uh, then Samruddhi, okay, Aditya. So everyone, okay, so good evening. Okay, good evening all. Good evening all. I hope you had a great weekend. Okay, so and who else has sent? Many people have sent messages. Okay, Pranami is asking, sir, is there an episode of your college? Of course, man. Of course. Okay, so there is an episode. Every day is an episode. I hope I get more time. I should get started soon. Okay, so Manthan, yes, good evening. Abhishek is asking, have you seen a Harry Potter? Yes, all parts have read all the books, I've watched all the movies. Big fan. Okay. Uh, then Manoj, yes, I'll start the story. I'll start the story at the end, man. Okay. First, we need to finish the story called Cell. Okay, we need to study science. Okay, then we'll come back to story. Don't worry, story is always here. Where will it go? Okay, but science, you have to study that first, man. Okay. So yes, Priyanka, yes, good evening. How am I? I'm fantastic. Okay, so it's good. Everything is good. So Dia, Sanjana, yes, Sri Gauri. So everyone, yes, good evening. So Sai Kiran, PUBG, maybe after you finish 10th standard or maybe during holidays, we can play definitely. Okay, and oh my God, so many people. Everyone, if I'm sorry if I did not take your name. Okay, Sanvi, then Kunal, then everyone. Okay, everyone. Okay, so good evening. Hunger Games 60. No, haven't watched. Okay, so horror story only with my friends I watch, not alone. Okay, not alone. I'll tell you the reason also. Okay, so Shri Krishna is asking Marvel. Yes, of course, I'm a fan of Marvel, DC Comics, everything. Okay, okay. And so I was telling the test was easy. Very nice. I hope you get all of you get good marks. Okay, and Manoj is asking, sir, first JE was known as A triple E. The JE means was known as A triple E. So JE Advanced was the IT JE itself. Okay, so they just combined the names only. They just changed. That's all. Okay, so before you had AI triple E and JE IIT JE. Now they just changed the JE, into JE Advanced and JE Mains. Okay, Mains is your A triple E. That's all. One and the same. Okay, cool. So I hope I have just gone through all of. Okay, so all of them. Okay, so Yash is asking what we should write for IAC. So IAC, you can also enter through three, three, like platforms. Okay, the first you can take your JE score. Okay, they'll consider your JE score, JE advanced score if you have got really good ranking. Okay, the second one, if you have cleared KBPY in your 11th and 12th standard, they would consider that also. And they also have their own BS entrance exam, I believe. Okay, so even that they'll consider. But the problem is too competitive. It's too. They just have some 200 to 300 seats. That's all, and some lakhs of students appear for those seats. Okay, it's like very competitive. That is the problem. Okay, Ashutosh, other things we'll just take it later. The genetic engineering and all, like India is not meant for like so many of things, man. You just have to do masters outside and then you can come back. Okay, because we're still in the conventional road. It takes time. Okay, it takes time for all these new upcoming branches to have their impact on the education. Okay, so maybe later. Okay, so other things, Aditya and all other things, come on, we can have it as something called career counseling. That time we can go through. You are a science class, man. This is science class. I just have to get started with science. I hope you understand. Okay. And once again, evening, fantastic evening to all of you. Okay. I'm sorry if I missed out any of your names. Now, let's just shift our focus from messages to the class. Okay, so let's just focus on the class. Messages, I'll come back to it later. Okay, so we'll start today's class, okay, with this amazing organism, very cute, very fluffy. Okay, so which organism am I talking about? Let us see today's organism of the day.
देखिए शुभ मंगल ज्यादा सा.
Okay, so today's class we'll learn about Golgi apparatus little bit more, and also we'll finish lysosomes. Okay, so last class, if you remember, so I will just quickly start from the beginning itself. Okay, so I just written the Golgi apparatus. Okay, so it was discovered by Camillo Golgi. Okay, that's the name of a scientist, and since he discovered, he just kept his name itself. Okay, and the Golgi apparatus, it is a system. Okay, so I'm going to show you the inside of the nucleus also again later. Okay, and all the cell structure in the form of an animation, of course. So it's an animation so that you can imagine things. Okay, so it is a system of membrane bound vesicles. Okay, vesicles are the bag-like structures which are arranged in stacks, Okay, so stacks type of arrangement is parallel to each, after one after another, so they are arranged in stacks. Okay, so now when I show you the structure also, so you will remember that there's also used this term called cisterns. Okay, cisterns, cisterns. Okay, so you just have to know the meaning, that's all. Okay, cisterns is nothing but this particular arrangement of vesicles. Wait, I'll just write the spelling correct. So this particular arrangement of vesicles parallel to each other, Okay, so this is what we call a cistern. Just remember the name. Okay, and important, this Golgi apparatus is connected to your ER. Okay, so these membranes are connected to ER. ER is your endoplasmic reticulum. So I'll show you the picture, okay, so that you can easily visualize this. Okay, so if you just see the cross section part, okay, you can realize that all this, you can see the names, okay, endoplasmic reticulum, rough, smooth, and everything. You can see this word called vesicles. Okay, so you can see the word vesicles. Okay, so these vesicles which are arranged like this. Okay, so we call that as the Golgi apparatus. You can see they have written upper on the top. You can see CISTNA, cystine. Okay, so this particular arrangement parallel to each other, the green color thing that you see over here, okay, so those are your Golgi apparatus, okay, so which are just right next to your ER, and they're just connected. Okay, so they're just connected with each other, and they complement each other's job. Okay, so how, when we look into the functions, this is important. Okay, you should know the functions. Okay, you should know the functions of Golgi apparatus. Okay, it's crucial. It performs a lot of duties. So what are the functions? Okay, what are the functions of Golgi apparatus? I'm going to write in terms of points. Okay, so that it is easy for you to remember. Okay, so function number 1, storage. Okay, I'm going to write in terms of keywords. Okay, so in the exam, you can write in the form of sentences. Okay, the first major job is storage. Okay, and second one, it helps in formation of lysosomes. Okay, lysosomes is another cell organ, which is our next topic. Okay, which is our next topic, lysosomes. Okay, next, it also help in modification. Okay, modification and packaging of products, cellular products, so whatever is required. Okay, so modification and packaging of products in vesicles. Okay, so in vesicles. Okay, so storage. Okay, storage of what? Storage of the cellular components. Okay, so whatever is required, the proteins or anything whichever is required for the cell. Okay, so storage unit. Okay, it will just store the cellular components. Okay, next thing. Okay, it is also helpful in producing complex sugar. Okay, so basically glucose units I'm talking about. Okay, so not the sugar that you eat in your home. Okay, no, I'm talking about the glucose part. Okay, so producing complex sugar from simple sugar molecules. Okay, so all these organic molecules, carbon compounds, okay, so they just help in producing complex sugar items from the simple sugar molecules, basically synthesizing. Okay, synthesizing. Okay, next. Okay, so last and the important one, it helps in transporting, it helps in transporting the materials produced by ER. Okay, so whatever the endoplasmic reticulum produces, okay, so that is for proteins and lipids. Okay, so they help in transporting it to the required part of the cell. You saw the last class membrane biogenesis and all that. Okay, so wherever the membranes have to be built or wherever the proteins and lipids are required, the Golgi apparatus will help in the transportation part. Okay, so these are the 5 functions of Golgi apparatus. Okay, so the main part in biology is that you have to remember a lot. Okay, so you have to write down all this, revise, practice, and remember. And that is the easiest part. Okay, so if you can remember, then you are the best biology student. Okay, so revise, remember. Only 2 are. First R is for revising, second is for remembering. Okay, R and R. So please revise and remember. Okay, if you can do these 2 things, then you're going to be the best biology student. You want to join medical and all those things, then you should have a great memory. Okay, fine. So this is about Golgi apparatus. Okay, only this much simple. I've just compressed into like the small notes. Okay, so if you've understood this, okay, you can click on S. Okay, if you understood this, please click on S and just make sure that you write it down. If you cannot write it down quickly, then at least take a photo. Okay, at least take a photo so that after the class you can just use this for revision purpose. Okay, use this for revision purpose. Okay, so one more important thing that I just want to share with you, okay, is that when I was a kid, like at least like throughout, not especially from primary, just throughout in the secondary part, I'm very bad at memorizing things. Okay, I cannot remember or I cannot recollect things easily. Okay, so that was one of my drawback, but I never let my drawback, okay, so affect my academic scores. Okay, so of course memory is one of the drawback, but I converted that, okay, so into a decent quality of mine. Okay, that is, I remember things in terms of codes. Okay, so that I can easily understand things. Okay, so how how do I remember this easily in terms of codes? Okay, so for example, okay, just an example I'm giving. So proteins is manufactured by RER. Okay, if I have to remember this, the first thing that I do, this is a trick that I follow, okay, is I will try to figure it out some correlationship between them in terms of alphabets. Okay, in terms of alphabets. Suppose let's take ABCD itself. Okay, A B C D F G H. So when you go like that, O P Q R. Okay, so you see P Q R. After P comes Q and after Q comes R. Okay, so they are just very close enough. And look here also. So proteins are manufactured by rough endoplasmic reticulum. Smooth Allah. Okay, rough endoplasmic reticulum. So something which will just trigger your brain to remember things easily. Okay, something you can follow other tricks also, I don't mind. Okay, this is how just small things I just try to remember. Okay, so that I don't get confused easily. Fine. So you also try to do such things. Okay, if you cannot remember things easily in biology, then you should come up with your own tricks and which will help you remember. Okay, cool. So I hope that was useful. Now the next important thing, cell organelle, that we'll be learning today is lysosomes. Okay, so I'll just quickly tell you some few important things and then we can go for the video part. Okay, I want you to see the animation, okay, so of all the cell structure and whatever cell organelles are there inside. Okay, so first point of lysosomes, okay, it was discovered by Christian D. Dew. Okay, I maybe like France scientist. Okay, so Christian D. Dew. Okay, next, it was somewhat discovered in 1955 or something. Okay, I don't know the exact date. Okay, but anyways, so these lysosomes. Okay, so it just consists of digestive enzymes. Okay, I'm going to write here. It contains digestive enzymes. Okay, so what are enzymes? I'm going to write it below down, okay, in the bracket. Okay, so enzymes are your biocatalyst which will help in speeding up the biochemical reactions, or you call that as metabolism. Okay, so these are some special compounds, okay, so which will help in increasing the rate of the reaction. Okay, if enzymes are not there, then it will take long time for the reaction to get over. Okay, because of the enzymes, things happen quick. Okay, so lysosomes have only digestive enzymes. Okay, so what is the purpose of this digestive enzyme? So these digestive enzymes breaks down or digest the organic material. Okay, all the organic material, it will just digest, it will just break it down. Okay, that is its job. Okay, these digestive enzymes, these powerful digestive enzymes are present in the lysosomes. Okay, so then what is the main role? Okay, it is having digestive enzymes, but how does it help the cell? It helps the cell a lot. Okay, so how does it help? Next point is it helps in waste disposal. How does it help in the waste disposal? Is that it will, I'm going to write it here, it will clean the cell by digesting any foreign material or the damaged cell or the damaged cell components. Okay, that is its job. Okay, so this is how it is useful to the cell. Okay, it helps in the waste disposal. Whatever waste items are there in the cell, okay, so the lysosomes will help in getting rid of those waste items. Okay, in your home also, every day there are a lot of waste which is generated. Okay, in your kitchen, your mom will be preparing some food, vegetable peels, plastic covers, so many waste items will be generated. And what do? You put it in the dustbin, and tomorrow or the other day, whenever the municipality or that garbage van comes, okay, so they will be announcing a dry waste, wet waste, hasi kasa, wana kasa, separate agi bisaki. Okay, they'll be playing one song and coming, and you separate, you throw it out, and the rest they will take care. Okay, so in the same way, in the cell also, that waste disposal system is taken over by the lysosomes. Okay, so now before I go to the next topic, okay, so I want you to have a detailed view of what is happening inside a cell. Okay, and hence let's watch this video first. It's about the cell structure. Okay, this is just an animation. Okay, just an animation so that you can understand the cell easily. Okay, so watch this first and then we'll continue with the lysosomes. Okay.
मकान खाली करते नहीं हो, घोंघा बन के बैठे हो गले में हमारे।
हिलाओ मत, अटैक आ जाएगा।
Some of the things that we have studied till now is actually a little bit clear once you saw the video or the structure of the cell. Okay, so remaining things, once I continue some other cell organelles, then we can come back and see in detail. Okay, so I have another video, some interesting fact about lysosomes. Okay, so the lysosomes are also called by a special name. So what is the special name? So I'm going to write it now. Okay, so this is the special name of lysosomes. Okay, so whenever the cell gets damaged, okay, due to some or the other reason, okay, so whenever the cell gets damaged, the lysosomes burst out and digest. The lysosomes will burst out of the cell and digest the whole cell. Okay, so the lysosomes will burst out of its place and it just digests the entire cell. Okay, hence it is called as the suicide bags of the cell. Okay, so this is one of the other important job of lysosomes. Okay, that self-destruction. Okay, so when the cell cannot perform its job, when the cell is damaged, okay, then the lysosomes will completely digest or break down the cell. Okay, and hence the name. Okay, that is suicide bags. Okay, fine. So another last note, okay, before we end lysosomes. Okay, so you got to know this. Okay, this is important. Okay, that's why I'm writing in red color. Okay, the digestive enzymes, the powerful digestive enzymes present in lysosomes, which are present in lysosomes, are actually made by rough endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, the powerful enzymes that are present in lysosomes, they're actually prepared or manufactured by the rough endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, and you should know this. Okay, and that's all regarding lysosomes. Okay, so its whole job is to digest. Okay, it's just to digest the organic matter, okay, which is present in the cell. Okay, and sometimes if the whole cell itself has to be digested, then the lysosomes will do that, and hence the name given to that is suicide bags. That's all. Okay, so this is a short note on lysosomes, and expect the question suicide bags. Okay, so that is what they're going to ask in the exam. Okay, so regarding the lysosomes. Okay, cool. So if you understood about lysosomes, okay, simple easy stuff. If you understood about lysosomes, you can click on the yes icon. Okay, simple stuff regarding lysosomes. Okay, and please, I'm again telling, after every class of biology, you have to sit and revise all this. Okay, if you do not revise, then tomorrow, Allah, today only you will forget everything. Okay, you just have to keep revising, otherwise your brain will forget. Okay, so your brain is like a puppy. Okay, train every day, otherwise the puppy inside you will never listen to you. Okay, so just please make sure that you practice every day. Okay, this is simple, man, easy. Every day you simply read, that's all. Whether you understand or not, that is different, but just read. Trust me, it works. Okay, it definitely works. Okay, fine. So this was regarding the lysosomes. Okay, so next I'll just quickly start mitochondria. Okay, so I'll just start mitochondria, and then we can go for the quiz. Okay, and then we can go for the quiz, and the story is also waiting. Okay, so real quick. Okay, so real quick first, we'll just start with mitochondria and then other things. Okay, bega. So this is the end of lysosomes and the beginning of mitochondria. Okay, so some general info about mitochondria. Okay, so it was discovered by, we'll write that first. It was discovered by Albert von Kolliker. Okay, but there's a slight history behind this. Okay, so it was discovered way before. Okay, so I'll give a clue. You should tell me the date. Okay, so come on, you should know this. When was the first war of independence held? Okay, first war of independence of India. Okay, when was the first war of independence? You can just send me via chat. Okay, yes was the quickest to answer. Yes is correct. Shri Krishna wrote ulta. Okay, Karthik is correct. Sai Patel is wrong. Sai Kiran, no, man. Tanisha, no. Okay, Aradhya, no. Vinayak, correct. Siddharth, wrong. Diya, wrong. Just miss. Varun, wrong. Okay, the first war of independence. Okay, I'm talking about history, man. Okay. So some of you know, some of you don't. Aditya illa pa, Aditya illa, Swayam illa. Okay, so Sanjana correct. Okay, so that is the clue. Okay, the year which just changed everything. The establishment of the East India Company and all that. The war, Rani Lakshmi Bai. Okay, so everyone just fought, very brave. A lot of cheating happened, everything happened. But anyways, that is history now. There's no point talking. Okay, 1857. Okay, and you see another okay, chotu question, man. I love history, man. This is fun. Okay, so when was the battle of Plassey, okay, took place? Okay, battle of Plassey. Suvani, very good, she mentioned the date also. Okay, battle of Plassey. Okay, so that was a very important war. Okay, so that India lost. Okay, it was just ridiculous that the kings, whoever was there, okay, so they just made a big mistake. Okay, so Sneha correct. Okay, Ruhan, Sri Gauri, Karthik correct, Sai Patel correct. Okay, so Sri Krishna wrong. Okay, so then Pranamya, yes, correct. The Battle of Plassey took place exactly 100 years before. That was 1757. Okay, and that was an important war that India should have won, man. Okay, so whoever king was there, okay, that was wrong. Okay, they just made a blunder. Anyways, that's part of the history. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap this. Coming back. Okay, so in the beginning, mitochondria was not called as mitochondria. Okay, so it was called as, it was also called as bioblast. I'm happy that they changed the name. Okay, bioblast feels like some terrorist bomb blast took place or something. Okay, so mitochondria before, initially it was called as bioblast. Okay, and then they changed the name after like 20 years or something. Okay, so it was first called as bioblast. Okay, and then there was this great scientist Carl. Okay, so then she changed it back to mitochondria, and that was a good thing. Okay, so anyways, so coming back. Okay, coming back. So mitochondria is considered as the powerhouse of the cell. Is considered as the powerhouse of the cell. Okay, the reason for that is this is the site where energy production takes place. Okay, so I'm going to put this in the box. Okay, mitochondria is the site, is the place where energy production takes place. Okay, it is the site for energy production in the cell. Okay, so very interesting thing happens in mitochondria. It's like damn interesting. Okay, the energy released is in the form of ATP. Okay, so this ATP, just an extra information. Okay, so this ATP is nothing but adenosine triphosphate. Okay, adenosine triphosphate. Okay, so the best part is, okay, this is synthesized from ADP. Okay, so ADP plus the phosphate linkage will give you ATP. So I'm just going to write this. This is all extra. So I'll just write here extra, and then I'm going to mention here. So first you're going to have ADP plus again the phosphate linkage is used so that you have this ATP. Okay, so that extra phosphate linkage will make it adenosine triphosphate. Okay, this ADP is diphosphate. Okay, and something really amazing is taking place over there. Okay, because this ATP is marvelous. Okay, so if you look at the formula, you'll be very surprised. Okay, you can just write the formula CHNOP. Okay, so remember like this, where the carbon is having 10 atoms, hydrogen has 16, nitrogen has 5, oxygen has 13, phosphorus 3. Okay, this is the formula of ATP. Okay, and once again, if you break this ATP, lot of energy is released. Okay, lot of energy is released. So that's why they also consider this ATP as the energy currency of the cell. Just like you have money, you give money, you buy whatever you want. Okay, so as per the value of the material. In the same way, here also you have ATP. So ATP is the energy currency. Okay, you have ATP, you break down ATP and you get energy. Okay, so the breaking down of ATP is amazing. Okay, so ATP can actually release 30.5 kilojoules per mole. Okay, so that much energy it can release. Okay, it can release. Okay, who? ATP. Okay, and some other lot of other things you're gonna learn it later. Chodo, this was just extra, so I'm just gonna put it under like this. Okay, this much. And there's something called aerobic respiration. Okay, and anaerobic respiration. How many of you know aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration? Okay, have you heard? I hope you should have heard aerobic and anaerobic. Might have heard somewhere. Okay, good. So nice. So many of you know aerobic and anaerobic respiration. Okay, good. So this is part of aerobic respiration. Okay, this is part of aerobic respiration, and none of this will be asked in the exam. Don't worry. That is why I put that boundary. Okay, what I have written inside the boundary, that is just for your extra information. Okay, so important thing you should know that in aerobic respiration, that is the respiration where oxygen, in the presence of oxygen, the respiration takes place. Okay, in aerobic respiration, 38 molecules of ATP is produced. Okay, so whereas in anaerobic respiration, only 2 ATP is produced. Okay, so this is the big difference, and all the plants, animals, multicellular organisms, all of us are aerobic respiration. We need lot of energy. Okay, so we need lot of energy. Okay, and this was just little information. Whatever I have written in this brown color box, knowledge, they won't be asked in the exam. Don't take tension. You are just in 9th standard. You know nothing. Okay, there's a lot of things that you have to learn, and most of it you'll be learning in your 11th standard. Okay, there's something called Krebs cycle and all, glycolysis and everything. Okay, so all that later. You are a biology fan. Very good. I appreciate it. Wait for 11th standard. If you still like biology in 11th standard, that means you are a big biology fan. Okay, cool. So now coming to this, okay, coming back to this, if you have any queries, you can send it to me in chat. So after 5:30, I'll reply. Okay, so now, okay, not to get lost, okay, the mitochondria is the place where energy is released in the form of ATP. Okay, the energy is released in the form of ATP, and this is important. They're going to ask in the exam. So ATP is also considered as the energy currency of the cell. Okay, energy currency of the cell. I'm going to do another 2 points. Okay, and I'm going to stop. Okay, I'm going to stop after that. Okay, so I will just quickly finish this mitochondria and we will stop. Okay, there's some other things also that I'll do it tomorrow. Okay, I'll do it tomorrow. Okay, so now what happens and how do the body use this ATP? This you should know. Okay, so now the body uses ATP. The organism or the body or the cell uses ATP or the energy of the ATP for the cell activities or functions. Okay, for the cell activities or the function. Okay, because this ATP, when it is broken down, it releases energy. I told you, no, it releases 30.5 kilojoules per mole. Okay, so mole concept you will learn later. It's just a quantity. It's important. Mole concept you will learn later. Okay, mole concept you will learn later. Okay, so in the chapter called atoms and molecules, later 9th standard only you will learn. Don't worry. Okay, so now the body uses ATP for the cell activities. Okay, as the breakdown of ATP releases energy, and this energy is utilized by the cell. Okay, that's all. So the ATP is just a stored form of energy. You break down ATP, you get energy. That's all. You break down ATP, you get energy. Okay, and that is how the ATP is having its importance. Okay, the ATP is having its importance in the form of energy. That's all. Okay, inside the cell, we all calculate in terms of ATP only. Okay, and the last important thing regarding mitochondria, the super important stuff, is that mitochondria has double membrane. Okay, mitochondria is so important that it has double protection. Okay, it has double membrane. Mitochondria has double membrane. Okay, the inner membrane is more useful. Okay, the inner membrane helps in providing large surface area. If you cannot understand my handwriting or alphabets, please tell me. Okay, so that's why I'm just dictating also, so that if you cannot understand my handwriting, at least you can listen to me and write the correct words. Okay, so I'm going to repeat. The mitochondria has double membrane. The inner membrane helps in providing large surface area for generation of ATP. Okay, for generation of ATP. So it has lot of foldings. Okay, it has lot of foldings inside, and that is how it helps in providing the large surface area. I'm going to write it here. It has lot of foldings. Okay, who has lot of foldings? The membrane. Okay, the membrane has lot of inside foldings. Okay, and these foldings help in providing greater surface area for generation of ATP. Okay, and the best part about mitochondria is that right here, mitochondria has its own DNA and ribosomes. It has its own DNA and ribosomes. Hence, it prepares. I'm going to write it neatly. Hence, it prepares its own protein. Okay, so this is going to be the important part. There are only two cell organelles which can do this. Okay, that is the mitochondria and the plastids. They have their own DNA. How awesome is that? Okay, they have their own DNA and ribosomes, and they prepare their own proteins. They do not depend on anybody. Okay, and that is the end of mitochondria. In tomorrow's video, I'll show the other cell organelles, okay, like the vacuoles, the plastids, and the mitochondria, so that you can easily understand their structure. Okay, fine. So again, from the beginning, about this mitochondria. So remember the other name, bioblast. Okay, bioblast is also your mitochondria. Okay, and mitochondria is considered as the powerhouse of the cell, because that is the place where energy is produced in the form of ATP. Okay, and this ATP is utilized for performing the important cell activities or the functions. How? You break down ATP, you get energy. That's all. Okay, you break down ATP and then you get energy. And this mitochondria has lot of inner foldings in the membrane. Okay, so because it has double membrane, the inner membrane which has more foldings, that is where the energy is generated. Okay, it provides more surface area for generation of ATP. Last but not the least, okay, the mitochondria has its own DNA and the ribosomes. Okay, and that is the special part. That is why I put this box. Wherever I put the box, okay, that means it is important. The first box, I put it over here, you see, in powerhouse. Okay, the powerhouse of the cell, there I have put the box. That means it is important, you should know. And next, this brown color box, this brown color cloud, what I have put, that is for extra information. That won't be asked. Okay, that is just for your extra information. Okay. And the other things over here, you should know, these are for the examination point of view. And the last box I put for the special nature of mitochondria, that is the DNA and the ribosomes. It has its own DNA in the ribosomes. Okay, fine. So this is it of today's class. Okay, this is it of today's class. Quickly take it down, photo or screenshot, and I'm going to share my screen, and behind you're going to see the Kahoot quiz code. Okay, so you enter that and you join the quiz. Okay, so on your screen now, today's Kahoot quiz is based on Golgi apparatus and lysosomes. Okay, so on your screen now, you have this code. You enter this and you join. Okay, fast. Let us see who will be the winner. If you finish this fast, then I can start the story, man. Okay, so I have some amazing stories lined up for you. Okay, you will be super surprised. Okay, so let's just quickly finish the quiz. Okay, so you please enter the number 40654. Okay, 40654, and you join the quiz. The time is 5:30. Vega, we have to finish this in the next 5 to 6 minutes, so that I can at least get some 5 to 10 minutes for my story before Mohit sir comes off. Okay, and meanwhile, like whatever you have written, the messages or chat, I'll be replying. Okay, so last 10 seconds. Last 10 seconds. Okay, so I believe all of you have joined. Okay, so now on your screen, you will see the first question. So those who did not join, so please join real quick. I've already given so much of time. Okay, so now on your screen, question number 1, let's start. Okay, show 2 quiz, simple quiz, but wonderful quiz. Okay, expect some surprising elements. So question number 1, select the functions of the Golgi apparatus. Okay, so how many options? 4 options. So select the functions of the Golgi apparatus. Okay, big. So this is there in today's notes. I started the class with this topic, functions of Golgi apparatus. Last 10 seconds. So last 5 seconds. Oh, lessen the time up. Okay, let us see the answers. Okay, so surprisingly, as I told, expect a lot of unexpected things. All the options are correct. Okay, how cool is that? I could have given all of the above, but no, I just wanted to check whether you will seriously consider all the options or not. All the options are correct. Okay, and if you have mentioned all the options, you will get full points. Okay, let us see who got full points. Okay, not all, but at least somebody came closest to that. Okay, question number 2. True or false? Lysosomes are also called as suicide bags. Okay, lysosomes are also called as suicide bags. True or false? Very simple question. Lysosomes are also considered as suicide bags of the cell. Correct or wrong? Okay, last 5 seconds. Okay, so very nice. It's fantastic. 60 of you have got it correct. Maybe one of you made a slight error. Okay, but it's okay. I'm happy that all of you got it correct. And let us see the scoreboard. Samruddhi is still leading the scoreboard. Okay, next question and the last question. You have to type the answer. Dash present in lysosomes are prepared by RER. Okay, so dash present in lysosomes are prepared by RER. What exactly is present in the lysosomes? Lysosomes consist of dash. Okay, so I had written this in the note. Last point. If you remember, then you get it. Okay, bega. And time up. Okay, so let us see who got this correct. Okay, so a lot of things you people wrote, but the correct answer is digestive enzymes. Okay, look at my notes, read my notes, be attentive. This is what biology is all about. You should be able to remember the things when it is required. Okay, so the digestive enzymes are the correct answer. Okay, and let us look at the podium. A third position, so we have Aryan. The second position, we have Ashutosh. And the first position, winner of today's quiz is Samruddhi. She maintained the lead from the beginning. So congratulations all of you. Fourth position, Sharvin. Fifth position, Pranamya. Okay, so anyways, well done. Okay, so well done to all of you to say great attempt. But maybe next time you will be in the top 5. Okay, so with that, I'm going to end the class. You want to take a break? Okay, class over. You can take a break if you want, drink water, juice, or whatever. So meanwhile, I'll continue the story. Okay, we'll continue the story which I wanted to tell for such a long time. Okay, let's start the story first. Okay, I'll open the sheet where I had written few things. Okay, so notes. So where did I write? So here, yes. So as I said, okay, so this is going to be the story of some amazing memories and the incidents that took place. Okay, and let us start from where I left. So as a quick recap. So when you enter the college, okay, so you'll be divided among the groups, okay, and your seniors will guide you, will be the mentor. And you should give respect to the seniors, and whatever the seniors tell, you should follow. And some of the seniors will be crazy. And one of my senior was crazy. Okay, so I used to call him boss. Okay, and they will guide you through everything. They'll tell you about everything. Okay, and this was one particular incident, okay, that they told you. They'll tell you all the do's and don'ts, what you should do, what you should not do about the college, everything. They will only tell. They are basically your guardian, okay, in the college. Okay, panga nahi lene ka. Okay, do not ever go against the senior. Rule number 1. Okay, so next, so when it comes to room number 77, okay, so this is a long ago story which happened somewhere in 1980s or 1990s. I don't remember the exact date. I did not pay attention much when he was talking. My senior was talking. Okay, so the important thing you need to understand here is that, so regarding horror, how many of you like horror movies? How many of you like horror movies? Just quick glance. So I'm going to tell something. If majority of you do not like horror movies, then I think I should not tell. Okay, because if you get scared or something, then I don't know, man. Okay, so but anyways, so majority of you do not like. Okay, fine. So the main thing about horror movies is that during the movies you all feel it's comedy. Okay, when you're watching with your friends, no horror illa. Okay, whether it's Conjuring, that clap thing, or Annabelle, or anything, The Nun. Okay, the real horror starts when you are alone in the night. Okay, after the movie give you everything is over, when you're sleeping in your bed, when you're really alone, that is the real horror. Okay, and when you have to go to washroom in the middle of the night alone, okay, that is the real horror. Okay, that is the real order. You want to go, but you cannot go. Because if you open the bed sheet, trust me, the devil is standing right there. The ghost is just waiting for you. You want to go, but you cannot go. Okay.